Hello, everybody. Today, I would like to introduce to you the famous fighter for the democracy, for Chinese democracy. His name is Wu Jianmin. He was the famous fighter and also the one of the important leaders in the democratic movement in June in 1989. He was persecuted by the Communist Party in China, and was thrown into the prison. Since he took the activity in Nanjing, so he was at that time was not as famous as Wang Dan or Rokeshi. So he was sentenced to prison for 10 years. He was thrown into prison and stayed in prison for 10 years. Today, I would like to introduce his very wonderful speech on the topic of the autocracy. The topic is autocracy is drug. Whoever takes it will be addicted to it. Now let's first listen to what he has said.
要宣布购民主的声音，曾经让美国作家埃德加·斯诺激动得热泪盈眶。所以，斯诺先生在他写的一本书叫《西行漫记》，给出了毛泽东非常多的民主方面的溢美之词。
He talked about Mao Zedong. He said Mao Zedong was also a fighter for democracy before he got the power of China, before he succeeded in taking over the power of China.
中共窃取政权，美国人，尤其是当时在美国朝野国会两院执政的这些美国的政治领袖们，他们了解毛泽东，大部分都是看了斯诺的这本《西行漫记》。
Most important politicians in USA knew Mao Zedong from the book, Edgar Siller's book about Yan'an.
我们随手举几个毛泽东当年他所谓爱好民主的例子，就可以看到，独裁者在获得政权之前，他们是把民主当作自己的一张牌，他们是说的多么的好听。
Let's take an example about Mao Zedong's speech on how important the democracy is before they got the power of the country.
毛泽东当时在《新华日报》1939年发表的一个文章里面说
，In 1939, Mao said on the newspaper of Xinhua newspaper, which is the most important newspaper of Communist Party at that time.
国民党以为中国实现民主政治不是今天的事，而是若干年以后的事。他们希望中国人民的知识和教育的程度提高到欧美资本主义国家资产阶级的民主国家的水平那样，再来实现什么民主政治。即使在民主制度下，才能更容易教育和训练民众。这是毛泽东在39年发表的文章。
Mao Zedong said that the ruling party, the Kuomintang, wanted to execute democracy in China after most Chinese people have got the same level of democracy and equality. After that, they would execute the democracy after the Chinese people have enough quantity as Western people.
42年的《新华日报》上发表社论说什么？蒋介石独裁的专政是必须要推翻的，因为中国人民最需要的是民主政治，而民主的前提就是要解决分权制衡的监督问题。中央的政府权力不能太大，没有人监督， 选举都是假的，那些选举的代表都是听国民党的，如果不听就会把他们抓起来，甚至派特务搞绑架、搞暗杀。这国民党的民主就是虚伪的民主。
Mao Zedong said the Kuomintang must be overthrown because this is the Chinese people's desire to establish a democratic country, and without democracy, without a multi-party ruling the country, all the democracy in Kuomintang's time is hypocritic, is false. And who the representative in the Congress in Kuomintang's area, if they don't listen to Kuomintang, or if they didn't obey the Kuomintang, they will be thrown into the prison, or even be kidnapped or assassinated.
毛泽东说的第二段话。那么你看，毛泽东反对专制，提倡民主。毛泽东在43年时候，在《新华日报》他还说过，美国是自由世界的核心。
And Mao even said in 1943 that America is the core of democracy in the world, and it is a good example for Chinese people that we are going to establish the democratic country like USA. The USA is a good example for Chinese people.
民族的保护人是中国人民的朋友，专制者的敌人。所有的封建专制统治者都把美国视为眼中钉。美国是人类社会民主成功模式的榜样，是我们中国共产党追求的榜样。这是毛泽东当时在《新华日报》讲的话。在44年，毛泽东专门在延安和一个美国代表谈话里面，他更加的对美国民主制度的肯定。他说，美国人民是中国人民的好朋友，我党的奋斗目标就是要推翻独裁的国民党政权，建立美国式的民主制度，让全国人民都能享受民主带来的幸福。我相信，当中国人民为民主而奋斗的时候，美国人民一定会支持我们。
He said that Chinese people are fighting for the democracy, and everybody will enjoy the benefits of the democracy. When Chinese people are fighting for their democracy, the American people will support it. So they speak the Chinese. The Mao Zedong is like real fighter for democracy. But after that, after the Communist Party took over the power from Kuomintang, succeed in getting the power of the national power from Kuomintang, what did they do?
所以你看毛泽东讲的多么好听啊！他在追求着一个美国式的民主，要把中国人民全过上美国式的民主制度生活。但是毛泽东他得了政权以后怎么样？毛泽东和共产党就是一个夺权前把民主喊得震天响，但夺权以后就可以把全世界所有无耻、独裁、谋杀的事情干得最绝的一个混世魔王。
Mao Zedong is a demon that can cheat the world, cheat the Chinese people. Before he got to the power, he said every beautiful word about democracy. After he got to the power, he became the demon, to kill, to cheat people, to persecute people, to kill the democracy.
毛泽东讲这些话，当时宋美龄听到以后是嗤之以鼻。宋美龄就说，因为共产党还没有享受到专制权力的滋味，他们还。
Song Meiling was at that time was a wife of Jiang Kai-shi. Jiang Jieshi is the leader of the China. Song Meiling said that scornfully said Song Meiling scornfully said. After Song Meiling heard what Mao Zedong had said, he scornfully told the journalist that she said, Communist Party hasn't tasted the the benefit of power. That's why they say this. Once they got power, they will be 100 times worse than the Kuomintang party, the ruling party.
没有接到政权，所以他们可以讲那么好听。如果共产党掌了权，他一定比民国政府要恶劣10000倍。
Okay, that's true. That's what happened in Cultural Revolution, and also what happened It is what happened in 1957 to 1962, when tens of millions of the people die of hunger. Yeah, at that time, even Chinese government is even exporting food and rice to Albania and the East European countries to support the North Korea and Vietnam. Even the thousands of the Chinese, tens of the millions of the people die of hunger. They care nothing about it. That is what communism, what the Mao Zedong really was. Okay, let's listen to what Wu Jianmin said about the China's entering how China entered the WTO. Okay, please wait for a moment.
Who is your favorite Spice Girl? My neighbor.
没有你被活着你就要卸党了。所以中国人被中共奴役那么多年，没有人敢反抗，没有人有言论自由。中共在他自己的统治范围内，他可以为所欲为。他对全世界许下的所有的民主诺言，他在中共建立以后，他可以完全推翻。这就像
the promise or the commitment the Communist Party made before the establishment of the People's Republic of China has all been taken as rubbish after they established their regime. Okay.
当年入世谈判的时候，朱镕基当年为了进入 WTO， 朱镕基什么条件最终都想答应，因为美国人提的任何条件都让中共感觉到很难以答应，所以他们
Before China entered the WTO, Americans' terms for the negotiation were quite hard for Chinese government to accept. So at last, Zhu Rongji said, "We must enter the WTO." So he himself went to negotiate with USA delegation and agreed every terms the USA proposed.
已经久拖不决，美国人已经准备完全离开，不再谈了。所以朱镕基当时就说，一定要留住美国人，绝不让美国人跑了。因此朱镕基就说，这次谈判我亲自去。他去了以后，美国人提出一个条件，他答应一个条件；美国人提出一个条件，他就答应一个条件。
Whatever term the American proposed, he agreed.
当时主谈这件事的中方代表团里面的负责人是名字叫龙永图。
Long Yong-tu was one of the main negotiator of Chinese government at that time. Long Yong-tu, his name is Long Yong-tu. He was worried about Zhu Rongji, the prime minister's tactic, cheating USA delegation.
很着急他就给朱镕基写条子，左一个条子，右一个条子，最后
He handed the pieces of paper one after another to Zhu Rongji and asked him not to agree the USA's terms.
朱镕基都发火了，朱镕基就说：“龙永图，你不要再给我递条子了。”
And at last, Zhu Rongji, the prime minister, was so indignated, and so indignated that he said to Nong Yongtu, "Don't pass any pieces of paper to me, and I will agree any terms the USA delegation proposed."
你别管什么，现在什么条件都答应。所以朱镕基大笔一挥，把什么条件都答应，把所有协议都签了。因为朱镕基就强调了，今天入世必须今天办了，所有条件都答应了，所有这个条约今天必须签了再说。那么朱镕基把条约签了，美国人高高兴兴带到签了约的条约走了。那么朱镕基就告诉龙永说，别再提什么条子，咱们先签，签完了咱们耍无赖，耍流氓谁耍得过我们共产党？
This may be the Wu Jianmin's imagination, and he said that Zhu Rongji returned and said to his inferior officials, in playing the cesspool games, we are the best. Or we can see, we can play bully boy tactics. We can use these bully boy tactics to fight against the USA.
朱镕基回头以后就召开中共的高层会议，告诉他们，你们要好好研究，任何条例里面都是有漏洞的。
Let's study the terms of the WTO, and every term has the disadvantage, weak points. We can study it. We can delay it, and finally we can even refuse to execute it. First, we enter the WTO and get the qualification of entering WTO and occupy the world market. The Prime Minister of the Gurungji can do that. The degradation and the debauchement of the Chinese people are actually led by the communism, by the Communist Party. Contracts in the eyes of the communists are nothing. Trump is a tough guy and will try his best to punish Communist Party. And the sanctions of the Trump sanction on Communist Party will be very severe. Okay, that is Wu Jianmin's idea. He is very good at speaking. He is eloquent and very righteous person. I like him very much. Okay, so much for today's speech, for today's introduction. Okay, bye bye.